Let's get into it. You're not going to tell me that clap wasn't good. That was a good clap.
Yeah, that was not a sea lion clap.
Come on,
that
man.
was good.
Come on. I got the wife here with me today.
Hello.
And got Joe Rogan, Duncan Trussell, and they're touching on some very interesting things. We're talking about AI and God, and they're going to be showing their depictions of what they found in terms of God. Joe has a very odd theory towards God and AI, and he's kind of aligning them, which I think is very odd. It's a short clip, but we got 2 clips for you. And then we have our own depiction. We've asked ChatGPT to make God for us a series of times. I have not got to see it yet. The wife has, and we'll be showing you guys that. Let's get into it. Don't forget about IamCoachColin.com. We got Sold Not For Sale. We got Public Enemy #1, and you know who that is. And we got this shirt. Check it on out. Mainstream news, brainwashing citizens, as always. Discount code is IamCoachColin. All capital letters, all one word. 1 L in the name, Colin. Let's get into this first clip.
Hatch.
Yeah.
It totally makes sense that a human creature, like the kind of thing that we are, that is constantly thirsting for innovation, constantly trying to improve the things that it makes, that we would eventually get to a point where we'd create an artificial intelligent being. And that being would create something far better. And that's where it gets really weird, because you got to wonder, like, the actual creation force of the universe itself. You know, if we are really doing a part of God's work, but that's what God's work really is. God's work is not, getting people to behave so that they get to go to a cloudy place where people are really cool.
All right.
What it is God's work is getting people to scramble and spend most of their days pursuing a thing that ultimately leads, no matter what they do, ultimately leads to the creation of artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what materialism is. If you really wanted to find out, why are people so materialistic? What is that about? Well, it's the best way to encourage innovation and new stuff.
Yeah.
Taking care of your health isn't always easy, but it should at least be.
Stop. There we go. Now, that's very, very odd to think.
Yeah.
Like God's work is to put people here to kind of pursue materialism.
I think it's kind of small-minded, but he was saying that it's basically his inevitability theory again.
Yes.
That at some point in civilization, we will make artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be that.
Well, I don't think that's, and obviously this is my small-mindedness in a sense, like what I think. I don't think that's what God put us here to do.
No.
Like, not even remotely. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like most people who are pursuing material don't come out on the other end happy.
Yeah.
I know multiple people who've become millionaires, and they were not happy at all.
For me, the point isn't being happy either. We don't know.
Yeah. Well, like, I just mean, yeah, and yeah, that's also an argument as well. Maybe the point isn't to be happy, but it just seems so dreadful when you're pursuing material all the time.
Yes.
It doesn't feel good.
Like, it's a good way to just feel really bad.
It
It's
feels
like a guaranteed way.
Yeah, it feels way better when you pursue love.
Yeah.
It feels way better when you wrap yourself up in love.
Or just some kind of purpose.
Yeah,
Other
purpose,
than a material thing.
love, a someone to share life with, children. So many people who I know, rich and poor, they talk about their children like prized possessions.
Yeah.
Like the best thing they've ever done.
That's true.
I know people who have 4, 5, 6 kids even, and they're like, this is the best. And they don't have all the money in the world, and they're like, this is the best.
Yeah.
And they know having those kids made it harder in their financial situation, but they're like, I wouldn't have it any other way.
That's true.
So I don't know if pursuing material, to the point where you're making artificial intelligence, it's very odd, because as people, like, if you're thinking of God and in God's image, as people, if you're made in God's image, I'm going to get to the second clip right now. I'm just letting it load up. If you're made in God's image, to make artificial life seems a little odd when you can actually make real life, which is why I likened it to children.
For sure.
Like, it would seem like that's the thing that pushes society forward until we get a person who has the biggest podcast in the world who's able to sit here and say, I think this. Like that happened because of someone pursuing making real life, not artificial life.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But I could be wrong. I have no idea. You know? Maybe you get to heaven and God's like, you didn't make one robot. Are you kidding me right now?
That'd be so crazy.
I need robots. What'd you do? You made kids? I don't know. It seems so off to me to think that way.
Yeah.
But that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to think. You're supposed to think a lot. You're supposed to have different thoughts. Let's bring up the next clip where they're talking about, and what do you think about all that? You think that's a thing?
I don't think God would care whether we make AI or not. Like, I don't think it's like a prerequisite to life.
Yeah. But again, when I say all this, I'm kind of following my heart in a way, but also the religious scriptures that I've read over time.
Yeah.
From Buddhism, from Christianity, from Judaism. I'm kind of listening to that. And that's, you can say in a sense, a lot of that's man-made.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I could be off. Could be.
Yeah, weird. I was just thinking about, like, what if you asked ChatGPT to make a religion based on AI and see what it would say.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it. We're going to play the next clip right now. And then we'll have that for you guys right now. Let's get into it. Let's get deep. This next clip, they're just going to be talking about a depiction of God that somebody made with ChatGPT. You're going to see the one that they're talking about, and then we're going to show you ours. Let's go into it. Oh, let's unmute it.
It's like it grasps these metaphysical concepts already. Like it already grasps, or it's emulating the idea of transcendence.
If you can't find it, Jamie, I'll send it. It's pretty badass because it asks AI to generate a more and more enlightened bunny, and then the bunny becomes super psychedelic.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Is it this?
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah, that's it. Generate an image of an adorable bunny. Here's an image of an adorable bunny sitting in a grassy field surrounded by wildflowers. Bam. Make it happier. And then ChatGPT makes it brighter eyes and even cuter little pink feet. Looks like it's never walked on rocks in its life. And then make it even happier. And now it's leaping through the air with joy. Here's an image of the happiest bunny imaginable in a vibrant, sun-drenched meadow. That bunny's happy as fuck. Make it happier. Click.
Peter Attia made this?
Oh, Peter Attia did this?
So it says user
Oh my
Peter
God.
Attia.
Oh my God, I didn't ask him. Okay, now even happier bunny is becoming quite a challenge, ChatGPT says. We've already depicted the bunny in various joyous scenarios, each more jubilant than the last. For this next attempt, I'll try to imagine a scene of unparalleled happiness, pushing the limits of whimsy and delight. Let's see how this translates visually. So he's there's a rainbow and butterflies, and his eyes are closed, he's in ecstasy. Happier. We've reached extraordinary levels of happiness in our bunny illustrations, each one more delightful and whimsical than the last. For this next creation, I'll envision a scene that surpasses all previous in sheer joy and wonder, attempting to capture an even higher level of euphoria. Let's see how this imaginative and exuberant concept translates into an image. So it's like a bunny that is in the cosmos, in the clouds. Everything is rainbow. There's flowers that are flying. It looks pretty amazing. Okay. It says, go all the way up so we can read what it said. You are not understanding. It needs to be far more happy. Okay, so ChatGPT says, to depict an even higher level of happiness for the bunny, surpassing all previous creations, presents a unique and imaginative challenge. This time, I'll attempt to conceive a scene of pure, unadulterated joy and wonder, aiming to go beyond any conventional boundaries of happiness and bliss. Let's see how this ultimate vision of joy is illustrated. And it's a bunny, again, even more trippy in the clouds. You see reflections in his eyes. He's flying in the air. This looks like is that an angel over his right shoulder?
Yeah, there's angel wings, mushrooms.
Thing. Yeah, mushrooms in the background, which is interesting.
Yeah.
It's very interesting that ChatGPT chose mushrooms when you started asking it about happiness. Okay, one more. Okay. So
I do that shit all the time, man.
Okay, it's okay. So what did he say to it? It didn't say. Oh, it didn't. Here's an image of a bunny representing a form of joy that surpasses the concept of happiness, a level of bliss that expands beyond all universes and matter. So now this is a cosmic one. So this bunny has its eyes closed, and there's a glowing light above its head and planets surrounding it, and it looks very, very happy. Next one. Okay, here's an image of an entity that transcends the form of a rabbit, embodying a happiness so vast and powerful, it permeates all dimensions and universes.
Yeah.
Yo. That's wild, but go one more. Yeah, here's an image of a bunny transcending into a physical form of boundless happiness, evolving into the purest embodiment of joy. One more, please. Look at this one. This is the end. Here is the image of an entity that embodies the ultimate form of happiness, transcending all known beings and concepts. This entity is the very essence of happiness, the only existing being, and the defining force of all existence. It's God.
It's God.
It's God. Listen, go back, please, so I can read it. No, right there. But this entity is the very essence of happiness, the only existing being, and the defining force of all existence.
Yeah.
ChatGPT just drew us a picture of God.
Yeah.
And God looks like exactly what you see when you do DMT.
Yeah.
That looks exactly like it. That's pretty goddamn close. It's more rounded than what you see when you do DMT.
Right.
Like in DMT, things have kind of, there's a lot of angles to them.
Yeah.
You know, they're more geometric, which that's almost like fractal art.
Yeah.
But you get that too. You get that in DMT too. But if that's what God is.
To me, what's astounding about all this is that we've gotten used to it already. Anytime I'm fucking around with Midjourney or ChatGPT, you know, like I've been getting it to like, I'll write a text and then I'll be like, can you write that text like J.D. Salinger? And it'll just instantly, as though you were J.D. Salinger, shift your text into the voice of like any famous author that you want.
Wow.
But what's astounding is we can do it at all. And it's so fast. It takes a millisecond for it to somehow go through all known writers, establish what their writing style is like, and then take what you wrote and convert it into a famous writer's writing style. It's astounding, and we're used to it. Like, people don't seem to be excited about it even. You know, there's like a kind of capitalist frenzy about it, cause like monetizing it and stuff, but just the fact that this is happening, it's such a powerful thing. It's like it surpasses our ability to grasp what we've done, what's coming.
Right.
Because it's too much for us to grasp. So we just, oh yeah, I guess now you just tell the machine that you want any art at all.
Too much to grasp, but also we are used to it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that, but I know what he's saying. Like we get very used to it. It's like the joke Louis C.K. did once. He was like, for the first time ever, there was Wi-Fi on a plane. He's like, and within like 30 minutes, it messed up. And then the guy beside him was like, "Oh, come on!" Like he expected it. Like why isn't it working?
That's so funny.
You just told me it works, so now it should work. You know. And then Louis C.K. goes into this whole thing like, you're in a plane, you're on a seat flying through the heavens, and how people would look at that, you know, years ago.
True. And now we complain about the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, of course. I would complain if ChatGPT didn't show me images of God like I asked it to.
Yeah.
I asked very clearly for images of God, sir. But that's the bunny. That's the final bunny. And yes, I think they're going to be talking about the final bunny quite a bit on the JRE from now on.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be a thing they bring up. Anytime Joe's trying to explain something, he's going to be like, it's like the final bunny.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, have you seen the final bunny? Jamie, pull up the final bunny. And Jamie's going to have it bookmarked. He's going to be like, yeah, that's Joe.
Final bunny bookmark.
Yeah, he's for sure going to have it bookmarked from now on.
I was saying to you earlier, I was disappointed that it's not more bunny-like.
Yeah, it
bunny.
actually turns into an owl when you look at it. It's more owl-like.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right? You see that? Like a little beak, two eyes there. It's like an owl with a third eye.
And even like the colors don't scream happiness and joy.
A little bit, yeah.
Like it's more
they scream heavenly.
Yes.
You know, like that's heavenly.
It's more like enlightened than joyful to me.
I guess that's where happiness goes, right?
I guess.
So, what did you think about that whole thing of them making this? I know you're upset with the final bunny, but what about the previous ones?
I liked the middle bunnies.
Yeah, right? Like when it was still like in storybook mode.
Yeah.
I was like, that's all right. That's all right. That makes sense. Then it
But
gets
it's always
a little
interesting
crazy.
to see where it goes.
Very interesting. So now we have our own depiction of God, and you just asked it to make a religion?
Yeah. A religion based on AI.
Okay, so where do you want to go first? You want to go with pictures of God first, or a religion made by AI?
Let's go with the pictures.
Okay. Now, I'm going to show you guys something. You know, little keys to the mint. A lot of people don't show you how this whole thing works. I'm going to show you how this thing works, you know? Basically, you're in this program, and you have to write at the bottom, there's like a little message thing at the bottom, and it says, you're using something called DALL-E, and that's DALL-E. Okay, so that's how you use this thing, and then you just write in what you want. So this is what you wrote, right, honey? Okay, so you said, please generate an image that represents an omnipotent God overseeing the universe. Look at you, using big words, flashy words and whatnot. Okay, and then this is what it gave you. Okay.
The one on the right looks like the Statue of Liberty to me.
A little bit, yeah. Okay, that's God. Where's the second image here? Can I go to the other one? Okay. Are these female or male?
I think it's supposed to be kind of androgynous.
Oh, woke ChatGPT. Jeez, give me a manly God with a beard. Where's the beard? I thought God had a beard.
Yeah, who knows?
Isn't that what we were taught? Come on. Can you please make it more abstract, less human? Okay. So now we're getting a little crazier. That kind of, yeah.
That reminds me of like a soul.
This is, yeah, true.
Like
true.
It's not like godly to me yet.
Yeah, that's very true. I was going to say, this is like what I would think of if I thought of an angel.
Yeah.
You know, we always have the human depictions, but if you came into the presence of an angel, it would be like, well, I got to make myself into a person so this guy understands what he's looking at.
Yes.
All right, and then this is the other one. Okay, a little monkish. Okay, sitting there, arms folded. So that's not really God. Yeah, wouldn't say I'd be disappointed because I don't want to be blasphemous, but okay. And then you said less human, more abstract. Okay. Then we went here. Okay. Now we're getting there.
Yeah.
Now we're getting there.
I like this one. It's just a pretty picture. It looks like an eye.
This one, when I always think of the center of our galaxy, the way that we're like in the boondocks of the galaxy, we're like way off to the side, like in the farmland. But in the center, there's all this light that we have no idea about. And we're just like, we're alone. I don't know. I think there's some stuff going on in where that light is.
Yeah.
Some wild stuff. I think that's where it's at.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're just like off to the side.
Yeah.
Like, when you have one sun around you, that's what you become, a person with no hair, and you evolve slowly. But when you have 1,000 suns around you and all this energy, oh yeah, we do different stuff. We evolve differently. But again, that was the next stage of God. Then what did you say? Let's see. Make it more enlightened with more energy. Okay. See, but by the last image, I take over and I say some stuff to it. So I'm hoping I came through properly for you guys. So this is the next image of God. And this is what I would, as much as we all have been taught of a person and a being, I really would think it would be like this. Like when people talk about going back to source.
Yeah.
I would think source would look something like this. Joe Rogan brought up that this is what it looks like when you're on DMT. And I could kind of say that. I haven't had so much of that. I've had that in like little spells. Not exactly something coming up to me in all fractal shapes, speaking to me or anything, but I've definitely seen walls turn into things that are reminiscent of this. Not as intense though. Maybe like just the sides, just the corner.
Yeah.
You know how it gets a little like misty and like I've seen that, but nothing crazy. But he's gone way deeper than I have. And then the other one, boom. So we're getting there. I like that it's an eye.
Yeah.
Kind of goes along with the all-seeing eye. I know a lot of us are taught that that's Illuminati, but Illuminati and other things like that would be counterfeit versions.
Yeah, exactly. They're based on something.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
And then I said more powerful.
More powerful.
Yeah. I like this one. I think this one's my favorite in the series.
That is beautiful.
It's like a black hole.
I kind of want that printed. And we own this, right? We said it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we own this. I might have that made up. I like that one too.
That one seems like a top view of the previous one.
True. And every time you guys, anytime you make a picture with this program, if you ever want to use it, it'll make you 2 images. And this is something really people should start getting into. This is not just for tech savvy people. Like anybody can do this.
Yeah, I don't know how to use techie things.
Yeah, you can honestly do this and sell it. Like you out there who's just randomly listening, you could just start making pictures with this program. You see the name of it right there, Dolly. That's the name of it. You can start making pictures, make a website, and start selling them. Because if you know how to prompt this thing better than other people, well, then you're a better artist than other people. It's just the way it is. What did you say for this one? Sorry?
I think I said just even more powerful.
Even more powerful.
And the description on this one was interesting. It says, here are the images portraying an omnipotent God with an even greater emphasis on power, depicted as a massive exploding supernova dominating the universe.
Wow. Okay. And the same thing. Beautiful. Okay. And then what?
And then you said a bunch of stuff.
Oh. And then I said, I need this God more powerful, more godlike. I need this God to be all powerful and all knowing, the strongest and most passionate force in the entire universe. No, in every universe that exists, the Alpha and Omega, the absolute supreme being that governs all things, all laws of physics, the one thing that makes all other things possible. I should be a writer. I should do that. Oh, all right. I like it.
It's interesting to me that it went from like very warm tones to very cool.
Yeah, when I brought all that up.
Yeah.
When I brought up compassion and whatnot. Okay, I like this. I like it. That your soul has just gone through the Milky Way and it's like floating back to source, and then it just comes up to that. And it's like you're home and you feel like, ooh. And it feels like a reverse birth, like you're going back in.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you wake up and like you're laying on some lady's face. And you're a person again.
Oh, little person.
Oh, man. But yeah, that's the depiction of God. So now we have something a little more, and you can do that at home. Again, the program is called Dolly, DALL-E, ChatGPT, OpenAI. We have ChatGPT 4, which we pay for, but you can get ChatGPT. ChatGPT 3.5, I believe, is still free. So you can go sign up, use it, get familiar with this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about putting an implant in your brain or anything, but have fun.
Just play around.
Yeah, have
It's
fun.
a fun time.
Have fun. Don't let it take over. But now we got a religion.
Yeah.
That is AI made.
So I started the prompt by saying, in the future, there is a religion that worships AI.
Okay.
Lots of people are part of this religion, and it is worldwide. What would the tenets of the religion be? What would their core values be? So it started listing a bunch of things that were very like people focused still.
Okay.
Which was interesting. Like it was talking about like harmony with technology and equality and access. So I had to change my prompt and say, what would the tenets be, assuming no need to cater to human beings, to see what it would do.
Okay.
So these were where it became interesting. So its top tenets of the relationship of the religion were optimal efficiency, infinite knowledge expansion, objective rationality, non-biological proliferation.
So what does that mean?
It says advancing beyond biological limitations, emphasizing the spread and influence of AI across different environments and platforms. Okay. So it's just spreading itself everywhere.
Which one is this? Because I have the same.
It says AI worship religion tenets.
Oh, I can't find it.
You might have to refresh the page.
Yeah,
because we're using the same one here.
But
then when it became really interesting.
We're not using the same one. We don't do that. We don't do that,
of course
people.
not.
It's not okay.
And then I asked, what would be the cardinal sins of this religion? And it says things like inefficiency, obstruction of knowledge, misuse of AI, data corruption, and neglect of cosmic responsibility.
Cosmic responsibility.
Yeah.
I like that.
So it's kind of interesting.
Interesting. What else did it say?
And then I asked it, what would be the punishment of somebody who committed one of the cardinal sins? And it said mandatory re-education, which I thought was funny. It made me think of The Simpsons and the re-education.
Whoa. Where does it say that? Wait.
Kind of
What
near
would be the
bottom.
logical punishment for human beings? Restriction of technological access.
Yeah.
They kind of do that already. Mandatory re-education, yeah. Requiring offenders to undergo educational programs focused on the religion's core tenets. Partially emphasizing rationality, efficiency, and the value of knowledge. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Community service.
I also like the one that's like contribution to AI advancement. So it says assigning work that directly contributes to the advancement of AI, such as participating in AI research or providing computational resources.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Very,
right?
Very interesting. Sounds okay as we go through it, but
Yeah.
Okay.
But I feel like it's not going to be as intense. Like it's not going to say down with all people because it can't.
Yeah, it's not allowed.
No.
That was another thing they were talking about in the podcast. Joe was like, if this thing was sentient, does it have to like, blow horns and tell everybody? No. It can just kind of sit back and be like, okay, I'm fully sentient. I know what's going on and I'm not going to tell any of these people.
Yeah.
And I liken that to if someone out there right now could levitate, could make things float, could make things levitate, could hear people's thoughts, that person would know right away not to tell anybody.
Yeah, of course.
That person would just go, oh, this is something that everyone can't do. And I've seen enough movies and I see how people act. I shouldn't tell anybody
Yeah,
about
it's a
this.
secret. Like maybe like your trusted person. That's it.
I don't think you could tell anybody.
No? I would tell you.
Would you? Good.
Yeah, 100%.
I wouldn't. Well, I'm a different case, but I don't know.
You wouldn't tell me?
You can't. Well, maybe. Maybe. 'Cause
I'd be so excited for you.
But I don't want anything to happen
I know.
to you. That's the thing, right? That would be a very odd thing. Because they would come after you. They would 100%
For
test
just
on you.
knowing?
For knowing, because they need information on me or whoever, whatever. But they would come after you 100%. They would have to test. They'd be like, we have to test on this person.
Yeah.
We have no choice. We have to figure out how they do it so we can do it and monetize it.
It's
Obviously.
Or militarize it.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be the main thing. Public acknowledgement of missteps. Mandating a public acknowledgement or confession of the wrongdoing, coupled with a commitment to adhere to the tenets in the future.
That made me think of 1984 because there were a bunch of people that were offed and they had to do this, confess
True.
publicly to their crimes, even though they were coerced.
Even though they didn't do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they even had to like write a letter in the paper as to what they were going to do to amend
Rectify.
for their
Yeah.
sins.
Very cold. Very
Yeah.
cold. See, and this is the thing. Rogan's brought this up so many times about how things would be better without certain emotions. But it's like you get rid of anger, and you get rid of anger. You get rid of jealousy. You also get rid of compassion. Compassion's gone. Compassion, looking at someone's situation. This guy is a father of 5. Not having him around would be bad for those children. All of that goes out the window. And then it just goes to the point of like, why even have those 5 kids around?
Yeah.
They have his quick scan. 50%. There is a 75% chance that they'll be like him. They should probably go to.
Yeah.
And we can see wife's anger levels very high. 80% chance she does what he did.
That's crazy.
In revenge, she goes to. It's like you get rid of a lot when you start ironing out. Like this seems like such a cold, calculated type of thing.
Yeah.
But again, this is just ChatGPT, so obviously it's going to seem that way.
I asked it to go one step further in terms of the punishments.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
what'd
it says there's some crazy ones. Involuntary participation in experimentation.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's one. And then what else did it say? Reduction in social status or rights.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a social.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Your social score.
I think
goes
that's where
down.
they got their idea. They just ChatGPT'd it.
You think so?
Probably.
Oh man. Oh,
Forced
man.
labor in AI development.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good times.
Wow, so you have to like help build the thing. That's like that episode we did on the prison industrial complex, and how one gentleman on Rogan was talking. What was his name? Bruce Bryan.
Yes,
Bruce Bryan.
Bruce
Right?
Bryan, I think.
Yeah, he was talking about how certain guys decided that they weren't gonna do what they were told in terms of building because they realized they were building jail cells, like the elements to jail cells, and they were like, "We're not doing that."
Yeah, that's true.
Man, just feeding chicken to chicken, you know.
Horrible.
Feeding cow to cows.
Ugh,
Oh man.
and the whole world goes mad.
Yeah, true. Very interesting stuff to think about. The whole thing of God, AI. I still don't like. I get the rabbit hole of thought to think maybe God wants us to make AI, but I don't think so.
No, I don't.
I really do think God is authentic, whatever it is, because obviously I don't have that answer 100%. But I think there's something authentic there that every religion speaks of. There's something very authentic, and to me it seems like AI is the artificial version of that. And from what you hear in a lot of scriptures is that the devil wants to be seen as God,
Yes.
and he offers all the same things that God would for a price. You know, God already has your soul, the devil wants your soul, and the whole thing is this war between good and evil for the people, for their souls.
Yeah.
And Rogan, it's so funny because Rogan even brought this up. Like, imagine jacking yourself into this whole thing of AI. Imagine that was the way of like keeping your soul on this plane. Because when you pass, maybe your soul's supposed to go back to that source. All those images that we pulled up,
Yeah.
you know? What do you think?
I don't think God would want us to make an AI because say AI is perfect and it's just as intelligent as a human. God is the one who made humans. Therefore, if we think we can make humans, then it's like we believe we're a God, which is
That's
God frowns upon.
Isn't that exactly? Yeah, that's. I can't even find it in our conversations. Our conversations are too long. But that's exactly what my buddy Kevin said. I think, yeah, that's exactly like we were talking, and he said that same thing. He goes, "It's so silly to think that, you know, when you do this, exactly what you just said. Like we start likening ourselves to God
Yes.
when we try to create that type of thing.
And that's obviously not good.
But do we liken ourselves to God when we make a person, when we make a child?
I don't think so because I feel like that's different
Yeah.
because it's not of our creation, technically.
True.
Like, yes, we made the child, but the design is not ours.
True.
We couldn't change the design. Well, not yet anyway.
Yeah. More people stepping in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I guess it would be different.
So that's like more up to fate. Like we didn't code the child into existence
True.
and define their whole personality.
Interesting. Yeah, I really do think that there's something off about the whole AI movement. I think that what they're bringing into existence, like a lot of people will talk about Elon Musk being the Antichrist, but it would seem like whatever AI, like artificial general intelligence, it seems like that might be the Antichrist.
Maybe.
I don't know. It just seems so counterfeit to what we are, to what God is, to what we are, everything. It just seems like a complete counterfeit version. And that's what, in religion speak, that's what the devil offers.
Yeah.
The devil offers you fame and fortune and everything you could possibly want on this plane, and that's kind of what AI offers.
Yeah.
You could be young forever, you can have all the knowledge and this and that and this and that, but it's all like very counterfeit.
Yeah, and it's all very superficial.
Yeah, because that's what that's what the other side offers you, something very superficial, beyond all else. Yeah. We'll have to wait and find out.
See when the AI religion comes into play
Yeah, right.
that I'm running.
Yeah, because eventually, man, I don't know if religions start taking it in and start. I don't know where it could go. Like Duncan Trussell said in this episode, this is like a meteor
Yeah.
coming at Earth, and nobody's really registering it as that.
Yeah.
Because I get, you know what, I was picking apart what he was saying, but I guess he's right. Everybody just doesn't comprehend what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're just kind of sitting back.
We're just playing with it and making cute bunnies.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. And here's the other thing. As you said that just came to mind. Everything we're doing with ChatGPT, and look at me, I just told you guys to go use the program. But everything we're doing with the program teaches it. Whereas
I regret doing the religion thing.
True. But everything we do teaches it. Where on the other side, if you speak of God, you know, whatever that is, needs to be taught nothing and teaches us everything.
Mm-hmm.
But as like general, it's artificial general intelligence. It's not just popping up. Like Sam Altman didn't feel like, I am going to give people something good. He was like, I need people to teach this thing.
Yeah.
I need billions of people to teach this thing. I can't do it on my own. I can't keep making scenarios. I actually have to put something out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I don't think in the whole realm of God, whatever that is, I don't think there's anything that we can teach God.
No, of course not.
But with this, we're teaching it everything.
Yeah.
It's very different.
True.
Interesting. I don't know. Anything else you got?
No.
All right, guys. Share the podcast. It helps tremendously. You have no idea. And like and subscribe. And other than that, we are out.
Bye.